we are covering the fundamentals of cloud computing for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. At its core, cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. This means instead of buying, owning, and maintaining your own data centers and servers, you can access technology services on an as-needed basis. The exam will test your understanding that this model shifts your expenses from capital expenses or CapEx to operational expenses or OpEx. You aren't buying physical hardware anymore. You're paying for what you use. The services you use fall into three main models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. With infrastructure as a service, or IaaS, you get the basic building blocks like virtual servers and storage. A key example is Amazon EC2. The exam trap here is the shared responsibility model. AWS manages the physical hardware, but you are responsible for managing the guest operating system, including patches and security. Next is platform as a service, or PaaS, where the provider manages the underlying hardware and operating systems. You just deploy and manage your applications. A great AWS example is Elastic Beanstalk. For the exam, know that with a PaaS database service like RDS, AWS manages the database software patching, but you are still responsible for your data. Finally, software as a service, or SaaS, provides a complete product that is run and managed by the service provider. Think of web-based email. You just use the software, and the provider handles everything else. The exam will also test you on cloud deployment models. The public cloud, like AWS, is where services are delivered over the public internet and shared across organizations. A private cloud is where the infrastructure is dedicated to a single organization. A hybrid cloud combines both public and private clouds, allowing data and applications to be shared between them. A common exam scenario for hybrid is a business that keeps sensitive data on premises in a private cloud, but uses a public cloud for scalable web hosting. Understanding the AWS global infrastructure is also critical. AWS is built around regions and availability zones. A region is a physical location in the world where AWS has multiple AZs. Availability zones, or AZs, consist of one or more discrete data centers, each with redundant power, networking, and connectivity, housed in separate facilities. A common exam trap is confusing these. To achieve high availability, you must deploy your application across multiple availability zones within a region. This ensures that if one data center fails, your application remains online. A simple mnemonic to remember the service models is pizza as a service. With IaaS, you get the pizza dough and oven, but you manage the toppings and baking. With PaaS, you order a pizza for delivery. They handle the making and baking. With SaaS, you go to a restaurant. They handle everything. You just eat. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.